Today we will delve into a topic that is often overlooked in discussions of the global Islamic world: the presence and journey of Islam in the small Southeastern European country of North Macedonia. This country may not be widely discussed in international discussions of Islam, but the history and realities of Muslims there provide a rich picture of resilience, tolerance, and complex social dynamics. Islam arrived in Macedonia in the 14th and 15th centuries as the Ottoman Empire expanded into the Balkans. For more than 5 centuries, the region was under Ottoman rule, and during that time, Islam spread significantly. Many locals converted to Islam, and there was also an influx of Muslims from other parts of the empire, including Anatolia. Cities such as Skopje, Tetovo, and Gostivar became centers of large and active Muslim communities. Traces of Islam from that time are still visible today in the form of ancient mosques, madrasas, and the social structure of the community. Today, around 33 to 35% of the total population of North Macedonia is Muslim. This diversity shows that Islam in Macedonia does not belong to one ethnic group alone, but has taken root in various community groups. The Muslim community in Macedonia plays an active role in social life. They have their own religious, educational, and social organizations. The Islamic religious community of North Macedonia is the main authority for Muslims in the country, regulating religious activities, mosque management, and the organization of Islamic holidays. Despite being a minority nationally, Muslims have a significant presence in Muslim-majority cities such as Tetovo and Kumanovo. There, Islamic life is quite strong. The call to prayer is broadcast from mosques, Islamic schools are running, and religious activities are widely attended. Despite the challenges, Islam has survived and adapted. The younger generation of Muslims in Macedonia are beginning to blend their religious identity with modern life. Many of them are highly educated, active on social media, and have formed Islamic youth organizations that promote tolerance, education, and empowerment. Mosques are also beginning to adopt a more inclusive approach, providing spaces for study, discussion, and social programs such as humanitarian aid. The future of Islam in Macedonia lies in dialogue, tolerance, and education. Building bridges between Muslim and non-Muslim communities is key to maintaining stability and social harmony. With a peaceful approach and real contributions to the nation, Macedonian Muslims can be an example of how Islam and local culture can synergize without losing their respective identities. Islam in Macedonia is not just a historical record from the Ottoman era. It lives and develops in a dynamic and challenging social reality. Like Muslim communities elsewhere, they walk a fine line between preserving their faith and adapting to the times. Islam is not just about worship. In Macedonia, it is integrated with local culture in the form of music, food, and social traditions. Wedding ceremonies, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha celebrations, and the Prophet Muhammad's birthday are celebrated in a uniquely Macedonian way. Balkan, Turkish, and local influences blend harmoniously. Macedonian Muslim cuisine reflects this fusion. For example, meat burek, tavche gravche, a Balkan bean stew, and grilled meat are often served during Eid. As in many other countries, the Muslim community in North Macedonia also faces challenges. One of these is social and political discrimination, especially in terms of government representation and access to education. Nevertheless, the Muslim community is active in building interfaith dialogue and participating in building national peace and stability. Many young Muslims are now active in academia, economics, and the media, trying to show a peaceful, progressive, and tolerant face of Islam. The role of Muslim women is also increasingly prominent in Macedonian social dynamics. They are not only active in religious activities, but also appear as community leaders, educators, and professionals in various fields. Like Muslim communities elsewhere, they walk a fine line between preserving their faith and adapting to the times. Islam is not just about worship. In Macedonia, it is integrated with local culture in the form of music, food, and social traditions. Wedding ceremonies, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha celebrations, and the Prophet Muhammad's birthday are celebrated in a uniquely Macedonian way. Balkan, Turkish, and local influences blend harmoniously. Macedonian Muslim cuisine reflects this fusion. For example, meat burek, tavche gravche, a Balkan bean stew, and grilled meat are often served during Eid. As in many other countries, the Muslim community in North Macedonia also faces challenges. One of these is social and political discrimination, especially in terms of government representation and access to education. Nevertheless, the Muslim community is active in building interfaith dialogue and participating in building national peace and stability. Many young Muslims are now active in academia, economics, and the media, trying to show a peaceful, progressive, and tolerant face of Islam. The role of Muslim women is also increasingly prominent in Macedonian social dynamics. They are not only active in religious activities, but also appear as community leaders, educators, and professionals in various fields. Muslim women's organizations are growing, becoming a forum for discussion, skills training, and advocacy for women's rights within the framework of Islamic values and human rights. Islamic educational institutions also play an important role in shaping a new generation that is intelligent and moral. Madrasas and Islamic schools are starting to integrate the national curriculum with moderate Islamic values and are open to knowledge. This is an important foundation in producing a generation of Muslims who are able to compete at the national and international levels. The media is also an important means for Macedonian Muslims to voice their identity and aspirations. Through radio, television, and digital platforms, various educational and inspiring Islamic content is produced and disseminated, reaching a wide audience, including the younger generation who are more technologically literate. Overall, Islam in North Macedonia shows healthy dynamics. It is not static, but rather grows and adapts to the times. By continuing to emphasize the values of faith, education, and openness, the Macedonian Muslim community has the potential to become an important part of building an inclusive, peaceful, and civilized society. Amid the challenges of globalization and social change, they maintain their roots in faith while opening themselves to the world, being both steadfast Muslims and active and contributing citizens. The North Macedonian government is beginning to recognize the importance of the Muslim community's role in maintaining social stability and strengthening national cohesion. Several inclusive policies have been implemented, such as increased support for multicultural education and the recognition of Muslim religious holidays as part of the national calendar. This is a first step towards a more just and equal recognition of all religious groups. Interfaith dialogue is an important pillar in building trust. Interfaith forums are regularly held involving Muslim, Orthodox Christian, and other minority community leaders. These open and constructive discussions not only ease tensions, but also strengthen cooperation on social issues such as poverty, the environment, and education. Equally important, the Macedonian Muslim diaspora spread across Europe and other countries contributes through global networks. They bring home new ideas, investments, and a positive spirit of change. These cross-border connections strengthen the identity of Macedonian Islam as part of a dynamic and competitive global Muslim community. With a strong spiritual foundation and openness to change, Islam in Macedonia is moving in a promising direction. The Muslim community is no longer seen as a marginal group, but as an active partner in nation building. Their future depends on their ability to continue to synergize between tradition and innovation, between Islamic values and national spirit. Amidst challenges and hopes, Islam in Macedonia shows that diversity is not a threat, but rather a wealth. It is real proof that religion, culture, and modernity can go hand in hand, creating harmony and diversity. The journey of Islam in Macedonia is also inseparable from the contribution of local Muslim scholars and intellectuals. They play an important role in guiding the people through contextual dawah, responding to contemporary issues such as pluralism, radicalism, and identity crises with a wise and scientific approach. Through sermons, lectures, and written works, these religious leaders invite the people to understand Islam as a religion of mercy that is relevant to the needs of the times. In addition, the role of Islamic art and culture has also begun to be revived as part of creative Islamic expression. Calligraphy, spiritual music such as ilahi and qasida, and religious literature have grown in the community, bridging the old and young generations in celebrating the beautiful and peaceful heritage of Islam.
Allah